Hello YouTube, it's me, Pyro, and today I am bringing you a mock review. Now, this mock was made by me, and as you can tell, if you haven't already, I have made a mock of the TF2 Heavy Weapons Guy, aka the Heavies, Sandvich. Now, this is a prop that's not made of food, but is made out of material, mostly foam and felt. Now, this sandwich. So basically, what inspired me to make one is because for Halloween I want to be a heavy. And since school doesn't allow toy weapons, I can't bring a giant minigun or anything like that. So instead what I decided to do is bring a Sandvich. So I was looking online and looking around for a Sandvich, and when I finally found one, like the toy one that they sold, it costed a total of $60. So that was too much, so I then decided to make my own. Now that I made my own, it costs a total of around $6. Maybe even $5 or $6. Yeah, $5 or $6. Because using materials I already had though. So the olive, what I used was like one of those posable head things without springs in it, so I used that for the olive. I painted it green. This is some felt, which costed basically $1 at Michael's. The bread and meat is made of foam, which took a total of 2 sheets of foam, and the foam was $1 each, so that's a total of $3. Also tomatoes were also made from the foam. And then the cheese and lettuce was also made from felt, which was another $2 because one each. So total that was, let's see, $1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, so $1, $2, $3, $4, $5. So yeah, it took a total of $5. And then the toothpick is just a normal toothpick. I just cut it in half and glued a gun. And then I painted it all to look like the Sandvich. I didn't have any pink paint, so I combined the color I used for the tomatoes and the bread right here, and then it blended perfectly into pink. All the paints that were paints I already owned, so I didn't have to go out buy any new paints. So yeah, even if you didn't have these props, I would say it would probably cost around $20, which is a lot better than making it than $60. And plus it makes you less lazy. So, and then after I did that, I used a blueprint I found online, like the Sandvich blueprint, where you could look at by watching the Meet the Heavy video or Meet the Sandvich video. And so what I did was first off I grabbed a real piece of bread and cut it in half like so. Then I outlined it onto a piece of paper, like a harder version of foam, which I also already owned. And then that was really messy, so I decided to go with the foam to make it. And then I just made it a lot more neater, and so I got this one. So then I traced 3 other pieces, and I glued 2 together, so that made the bread. Then what I used is I observed the video, and then got the green felt and traced some green felt to make it, and then cut it out and got this beautiful lettuce, which was already colored. Then for tomatoes, I got a cup, I traced it, then I traced it on the foam, and then I cut it out, and then I just used that to trace it and made a second one. Then for cheese, which was probably the hardest part to cut out, what I did was I made an outline from what it looked like, and it actually turned out really good. And so there's 3 slices in there. Let's see, 1, 2 in the back, and 3. Then, to make the meat, I just got the rest of the foam, and then just cut it out like so. The glue, when I glued it, it wasn't really that accurate, but it's still pretty damn good. And then I just painted it this color, which I made by blending this white and the tomato red. And then to make the olive, I used that head I told you about earlier. Then this part is actually not hot glued in, but is felt. And as you can see, it's just a bunch of cut up red felt, which is shoved in there. And then that makes it poking. Then I just take a little cap and wedge it in there. And ta-da, you got your olive. Maybe it take a while to actually get it in, but once it is, it's nice. Then all you do is hot glue it all together. I just put a dot there and then put it on. Then I put some surrounding hot glue on it. And then afterwards, I cut this in half and then a bit shorter, and then I just hot glued it on top of it to resemble the pick. And that is my mock sandwich. So yeah, this took a while to make, but I think it's definitely worth it, especially since it only costed me $5 to $6. And that completely beats paying $60 for a pre-made plastic one. So yeah, I hope you liked this little mock video. Do not ask me how to make this because I do not want to go out through carving it. Just listen to what I say, and then you'll understand. It's quite simple, actually. It just took a while to paint it and to cut it out. The hardest part would probably be the cheese, and what I did for that is I poked a hole in the middle of the cheese circle, and then I just cut it out using scissors. The whole using scissors, and that is it. So yeah, I hope you like this mock. If you like this mock, please hit that like. Sorry, and to subscribe. Please hit that like and subscribe. If you are already a subscriber, thank you very much. I appreciate it a lot. And if you like, that will not hurt, and that wouldn't hurt either. So happy. So I hope you enjoyed, and happy Halloween.